Ever wondered how the first seed of faith was sown in human consciousness? Our journey takes us back to the nascent stages of human civilization. Picture a world where the mysteries of the universe were manifold and daunting, a world where the human mind sought solace and understanding in the face of the unknown. This was a time when our ancestors first began to ponder the inexplicable, the grandeur of the cosmos, the cycles of life and death, the changing seasons. These questions, these curiosities, led to the birth of spirituality, an attempt to create a bridge between the tangible world and the enigmatic realms beyond. In the beginning, there were no organized religions, no holy scriptures, no divine commandments. There were only the primal forces of nature and the awe they inspired. This reverence for the natural world gave rise to what we now call animism, the belief that every object, every element of nature, harbored a spirit. From the whispering winds to the roaring rivers, from the towering mountains to the fertile earth, everything was imbued with a divine essence. This was a time of mystics and shamans, individuals who claimed to communicate with these spirits, to interpret their will. They were the spiritual guides, the intermediaries between the human and the spirit world, using rituals and ceremonies to appease these elemental forces. Our understanding of these early religious practices comes from various sources. Archaeological evidence like cave paintings, ancient artifacts, and burial sites provide us with glimpses into these primitive belief systems. They paint a picture of a world where spirituality was deeply intertwined with everyday life, where the divine was not an abstract concept, but a tangible presence in every aspect of existence. And so, from the awestruck wonder of our ancestors, sprouted the first tendrils of religious thought, a desire to comprehend the incomprehensible, to find meaning in the chaos. This was the dawn of belief, the genesis of religion as we know it. From the reverence of nature, human belief took another fascinating turn. As societies grew more complex, so too did their spiritual practices, evolving from the simple worship of the natural world to the intricate pantheons of polytheism. This was a time when gods were as numerous as the stars in the sky, each with their unique domains and characteristics. The ancient Egyptians, for instance, revered a vast array of deities, each representing various elements of life and the cosmos. From Ra, the sun god, to Isis, the goddess of motherhood and magic, the Egyptian pantheon was as diverse as the society it reflected. Moving to the cradle of Western civilization, we find the Greeks with their own pantheon of gods and goddesses. From the mighty Zeus, ruler of the gods, to the wise Athena, goddess of wisdom and warfare, Greek polytheism was deeply intertwined with their culture, influencing everything from their art to their philosophy. The Romans, not to be outdone, adopted and adapted the Greek pantheon, adding their own cultural nuances. This resulted in a fascinating blend of deities, such as Jupiter, the equivalent of Zeus, and Mars, the god of war, who would become synonymous with the Roman Empire's military might. These ancient civilizations were not alone in their polytheistic practices. Across the globe, from the Norse gods of Scandinavia to the Hindu deities of South Asia, polytheism held sway, offering a rich tapestry of beliefs and narratives that shaped societies and cultures. Polytheism's strength lay in its diversity, allowing for a multitude of interpretations and expressions of the divine. It reflected the complexity of the human experience, acknowledging that life was not governed by a single omnipotent entity, but a host of divine beings, each with their own roles and responsibilities. This shift from nature worship to polytheism wasn't just a change in the number of gods worshipped, but a fundamental evolution in human understanding of the divine. It allowed for a more nuanced exploration of the mysteries of existence, paving the way for the philosophical and theological debates that would shape future spiritual practices. Polytheism marked a significant milestone in the evolution of human belief systems. In the midst of a multitude of gods, a revolutionary concept emerged. This radical idea was monotheism, the belief in a single, all-powerful deity. This was a dramatic shift from the prevalent polytheistic beliefs, where multiple gods were worshipped, each with their own domain and power. The advent of monotheism is closely tied to the rise of the Abrahamic religions, These religions, named after the patriarch Abraham, include Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Each of these faiths played a significant role in shaping the course of human history. Judaism, the oldest of the Abrahamic religions, began around 4,000 years ago in the Middle East. It introduced the concept of a single, omnipotent God who was not only the creator of the universe, but also deeply concerned with humanity's moral conduct. This was a radical departure from the impersonal gods of many ancient religions. Then came Christianity, born from the teachings of Jesus Christ. Its central tenet was the belief in one God, but with a twist. Christians believe in the Holy Trinity, that God exists as three persons but is still one God. This concept, while complex, attracted many followers and led to Christianity becoming one of the world's largest religions. Finally, Islam emerged in the 7th century in what is now Saudi Arabia. It reinforced the concept of monotheism, teaching the belief in one God, Allah, and the Prophet Muhammad as his messenger. Islam spread rapidly, influencing societies and cultures in profound ways. Each of these religions, with their monotheistic beliefs, brought about significant changes in societal structures and cultural norms. They introduced moral codes and ethical guidelines that continue to influence the world today. The impact of these religions extends beyond the spiritual realm, shaping politics, art, and even science. Monotheism, with its immense influence, redefined the religious landscape. The concept of a single, all-powerful deity provided a new lens through which to view the world, leading to a profound transformation in human thought and society. While the West was grappling with monotheism, the East was exploring a different path. In the cradle of civilization nestled between the Indus and Ganges rivers, Hinduism was born. It wasn't a religion in the conventional sense, but a complex and vibrant tapestry of beliefs, rituals, and philosophies. Hinduism, with its pantheon of gods and goddesses, also held a profound understanding of the universe's cyclical nature, a constant dance of creation, preservation, and destruction. Around the same time, in the tranquil landscapes of northern India, a prince named Siddhartha Gautama sought to understand the nature of suffering. His quest led him to a profound revelation under the Bodhi tree, where he became the Buddha, the Enlightened One. Buddhism, therefore, was more than a religion. It was a path, a way to transcend the cycle of suffering and achieve nirvana, a state of ultimate peace and liberation. Farther east, in the ancient land of China, another philosophy was taking root. Taoism, founded by the sage Lao Tzu, proposed a harmonious way of living in tune with nature's rhythms. It wasn't concerned with divine beings or afterlife, but focused on the Tao, the natural order of the universe. Taoism emphasized balance, simplicity, and the interconnectedness of all things, encapsulated beautifully in the symbol of yin and yang. These Eastern philosophies and religions, each distinct yet interwoven, brought forth a unique perspective on life, existence, and the universe. They focused not on the worship of a supreme deity, but on inner transformation, self-realization, and enlightenment. They offered not just a set of doctrines, but practical paths to navigate the complexities of human existence. Eastern philosophies, with their unique perspectives, enriched the tapestry of global belief systems. Religion, just like any aspect of human culture, was not immune to change and conflict. The dynamic nature of belief systems has led to some of the most significant events in human history, namely religious reformations and schisms. These periods of intense change and division have shaped the diverse religious landscape we see today. One such event was the Protestant Reformation. In the 16th century, a monk named Martin Luther challenged the Catholic Church's practices, igniting a theological revolution. His 95 Theses sparked a wave of reform across Europe, leading to the creation of numerous Protestant denominations. This Reformation was not merely a religious upheaval, it also had profound societal implications. It encouraged literacy, as believers were urged to read the Bible themselves, and it challenged the absolute authority of the Church, paving the way for secularism. Meanwhile, in the 7th century, the Islamic world faced a major schism following the death of the Prophet Muhammad. The dispute over who should succeed him led to the Sunni-Shia split, which continues to influence political and social dynamics in Muslim-majority countries today. The Sunni majority elected Abu Bakr as the first caliph, while the Shia minority believed that Ali, Muhammad's cousin and son-in-law, was his rightful successor. This divergence in beliefs has resulted in distinct religious practices and interpretations within Islam. These religious schisms and reformations were indeed divisive, often leading to conflict and even wars. Yet they also resulted in a rich tapestry of beliefs and practices. They allowed for diversity within religions, where different interpretations and practices could coexist. They challenged established norms and catalyzed societal change. These schisms and reformations, though divisive, shaped the diverse religious landscape we see today. In the modern era, religion continues to evolve and adapt. With the rise of science and secularism, many have begun to question traditional religious beliefs. Yet, rather than diminishing the role of religion, these developments have often led to a transformation in the way we understand and express our spirituality. As the world becomes increasingly interconnected through globalization, religions too are becoming more interconnected. This has led to a fascinating exchange of ideas and beliefs, often resulting in the creation of new religious movements. Just as a new course at Tufts University explores, these movements blur the lines between what we traditionally define as cults and religions. They challenge us to think critically about our definitions of religion and the societal perceptions of different faiths. Simultaneously, the modern world has seen a rise in personal spirituality. Many individuals are seeking a more direct and personal relationship with the divine, often incorporating elements from various religious traditions into their own unique spiritual practices. Yet, this does not mean that traditional religions have lost their relevance. They continue to play a critical role in the lives of billions of people around the world, providing a sense of community, moral guidance, and a connection to a greater purpose. However, they too are adapting to the modern world, grappling with issues such as the role of women, the relationship between religion and politics, and the challenge of promoting unity in an increasingly diverse world. The modern world has also seen the rise of secular principles, as reflected in the Guardian article. Here, the author emphasizes the need for humanity over religious solidarity in addressing global injustices. They advocate for unity across religious and cultural divides to end violence and promote justice. In this sense, religion in the modern world is not just about personal belief or community affiliation. It's about how we navigate our way through the complexities of life, how we make sense of the world around us, and how we strive to make the world a better place. Religion in the modern world is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon. So, what does this journey through the annals of religious history tell us? From the dawn of belief, religion has been an integral part of human civilization. It began as a way for our ancestors to make sense of the world around them, leading to the rise of polytheism. Over time, these belief systems evolved and diversified, giving birth to monotheism and the Eastern philosophies and religions that continue to shape our world today. As we moved into the age of Reformation and religious schisms, religion became not only a spiritual guide, but also a political and social force. It served as a cornerstone for societal norms and cultural practices, and at times a catalyst for change and revolution. In the modern world, religion remains a potent force. Its influence can be seen in every aspect of our lives, from our values and morals to our art and literature. It continues to shape our understanding of the world and our place within it. However, religion is not static. It has continuously evolved and adapted to the changing times, reflecting the shifting landscapes of human thought and society. Today, we see a plethora of belief systems, each with its unique teachings and interpretations of the divine. As we look to the future, it is clear that religion will continue to play a significant role in our lives. It will continue to provoke thought, inspire action, and give meaning to our existence. It will continue to guide us, challenge us, and unite us in our shared quest for understanding and connection. In this ever-changing world, one thing remains constant: the human propensity for belief. Whether it is in a deity, a philosophy, or an ideal, belief is an integral part of our identity. It helps us make sense of the world, gives us a sense of purpose, and connects us to something greater than ourselves. So as we conclude this journey, let us remember that the story of religion is not just a story of gods and prophets, temples, and texts. It is the story of us, our hopes, our fears, our dreams, and our struggles. The story of religion is, in many ways, the story of humanity itself.